Welcome to your guide to your personal survival budget. The purpose of this explainer video is to help with completing the PSB and understanding what is required. Your personal survival budget, PSB, should detail your average monthly income minus all the costs and expenditures you personally incur in a typical month. This is a personal budget, not a business budget, that is designed to help us determine whether or not you will be able to meet your monthly startup loan requirements. Before completing the template, you should reference your last 3 months of personal bank statements and see how much you normally earn and spend. Please ensure your income and expenditure aligns your statements where possible and accounting for monthly averages where necessary. This may be over different accounts or someone else may pay that expense, which has to be noted. So let's get the template for you to use if you haven't already got it in front of you. So if you go to the Startup Loans website, go to Support and Advice, and then go to Business Planning Templates and click on Personal Survival Budget. There is some detail there that you could read through, which will give you more information and hopefully support you with completing the PSB successfully. So if you download the template and open it up, it is an Excel document which you need to enable editing, and you would save this on your desktop so that you can then work on it, save it, and then once it's completed, you will be able to upload to your application. So this template has the tabs. There's a guidance tab, so there's tips on completing the templates. You've got the personal survival budget tab, which is the tab that we're going to be completing today. You also have your sales assumptions and your cash flow forecast. So these are other elements of the template that will need to be completed for your application. Your PSB should show personal income and expenses only, nothing related to the business. It is split into 2 sections. You've got your personal income section and also your personal expenditure. Your PSB should reflect your expenses for the first month after you secure your startup loan, and only include income that will be ongoing. For example, if you are currently earning a salary, but you are planning to leave your job straight away to focus on the business, do not include this income in the employment section. But if you are planning on keeping your job ongoing, please do include it. So for this example, I'm going to use part-time income from Morrison's, and you're going to still be getting £700 a month. Please include any benefits that you may still retain. So you may still retain some universal credit, and that would be, for this example, £300. Anything else that you may have as an income, so there may be some child benefit, as an example. You can use this description to explain what the other income is. As you can see, it'll total it up for you. Then this is where we would ask you to sort of cross-check your payments that you make through your bank account, because this will need to line up both income and expenditure. Part of what we have to do is look at 3 months bank statements in some cases and just make sure that we can see all these payments going through. So all the costs and expenditures you would occur in a typical month, like your rent, utility bills, monthly grocery bill, any credit card, loan payments, anything that's, part of your expenditure. And what would help is if you can add into the description what the payments are. So let's, for instance, say this is rent, and you pay, typing's better than mine, pay rent to the landlord, rent to Mr. Brown. Sorry, I can't type, Mr. Brown. And maybe that's £500. Maybe then the council tax included in your rent, so you could just put included in rent, and you wouldn't need to put a figure in there. And then your utilities, so there may be a couple of utilities that you pay. So there's the water, gas, electric. Maybe put the company names in there and total up that. So that may be, say, £75, and so on and so forth. When it comes to any credit cards, we would like to see maybe the name of the credit card company, Aqua, and maybe the monthly repayment. So maybe you pay them £250 a month, and maybe there's a loan as well, and that's £120 there. Grocery shopping, I would look at how much you spend over the 3 months and maybe divide it by 3. So that gives you like an average spend, and that could be £250. And as you can see, the totals are added up. And in this scenario here that I've created, it is actually, there's a minus figure. So it's saying there that even though you get this income, you do have a shortfall. And that would be seen as an expense on the business. So, and you'll find that if you tap into the cash flow forecast tab, you will see that that has automatically infilled there as a cost to the business. So just going back, the other thing that we would like to see is if you have over the 3-month period any additional extra payments or transfers to people. So for instance, say you've on the 15th of April paid £600 to a holiday company, and that's a one-off payment. But maybe you had some friends who contributed to that because you were paying the bulk of the holiday, and so there was a transfer from J Smith, and their contribution as the holiday was £300, something like that. So anything that's unusual, but over the last 3 months, we would expect you to put some commentary in this box so that we can match it up. There are lots of different scenarios of how people. So if you were living at home, this may be keep to my mum, who is Mrs. White, and therefore there's no rent. Sorry, there's no utilities, no council tax, included in keep. So that hopefully will give you an idea of how you complete the PSB. We have got a guide that we've created, which you will also get a copy of to help you. So this is other things to help you understand retaining income and another example of PSB calculation. Hope you found that of interest. Thank you.